Morning everyone, it's Sunday, it's freezing, I'm in the Defender. This is a cold start, so it takes a bit of time to start up. So the key, let's stick it in there. It's diesel, so let's turn it on to get the light off. And I'm gonna do it again. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Thing is, I've had this car now, this is my second week, and even yesterday morning I drove it. I literally started it up for a good 20 minutes before I got in the car to drive, and then the heater didn't really start working for, I don't know, 20 minutes into the drive. I know Defenders are a bit poor with the heating system, but luckily this one has got heated seats, which I'm sticking on now. And let's head off. I'm going to David Lloyd Gym in Port Solent, Portsmouth, and the drive takes me, I don't know, 15 minutes. So let's head off. Get it in reverse, get my gate key ready to leave. Bloody handbrake. You can tell I'm not an expert in this driving yet, in this motor, because it's bloody massive. And I need to get the reverse camera working, because that is still not working. I think it's just a simple fix, because on the screen here it just says no video signal, so there must be a lead out. There is definitely a reverse camera because it's over the number plate. I've seen it. There we go. Open the gate, here it comes. Heat. So yeah, right, here we go. Here we go to Jericho. So last night I watched Misfits boxing, and it's like, you know, if you've watched obviously professional boxing, it's like not actually professional boxing, it's kind of YouTubers and celebrities fighting each other. And there was an ex-MMA fighter called Darren Till, who is tough, and he fought this other guy who was like he's been on YouTube quite a few times and fought on these bloody Misfits. But this Darren Till, who's tough on cooking, and he beat this guy up badly and KO'd him. So I watched that. But I'm a boxing fan, I love boxing. You know, I wish I took up boxing when I was younger, because there is no better sport from keeping fit, building those muscles up, and discipline. And I follow boxing a lot. I love it. I love all the big fights. I'm not too convinced about all this Saudi Arabian boxing in Saudi, but you know, it is good for the sport. But the atmosphere currently is pretty limited, because not everyone can afford to go to Saudi, especially the British fans who love to support their fighters and obviously have a drink. And in Saudi you can't have a drink, can you? So all the rules and regulations are pretty strict, and they won't stand any nonsense over there either. But it's good for the sport, it's making the best fights. And you know, we had just had Tyson Fury 2, we had Joshua and Dubar, and next week we've got Bivol and Better BF. They are pound for pound. I think they're light heavyweight boxing champions. They're going to go at it again for the second time. Better BF won the first one, and yeah, all good. Love boxing, love boxing. But let's see, heating coming out. No, not really. The gauge is still cold, still on blue. Takes a while to get up. But let me know in the comments, how long does your Defender take to warm up in the morning? This has got the standard diesel engine, I think the Puma engine, and as you know I'm not that up to date on these motors, but it's had £45,000 spent on this car. Everything has been redone. So when you look round it, the seats are lovely, the steering wheel's lovely, the roof lining, the bloody trim is lovely. Everything is as you would want on a brand new car. And would you believe it, it's done 101,000 miles, but it feels like brand new. The reason why the guy sold it, because he lives on a farm near my house, and he was on his quad bike, and he fell off the quad and he broke his arm, and his bone came out of his arm in 2 places. So, you know, this steering is pretty heavy, so he can't have a manual, he's got to have automatic. So it broke his heart to sell it. And when I went round there, I didn't even bid him. He wanted what he wanted. I looked around it, I didn't even drive it. But, you know, because he was local and I understood his story, and it was a bloody fantastic property, and he lives in Fulham as well, so he's got a place near my house in Hampshire, and he's also 1 minute away from my office in Fulham. So that is and he's in property, and he's an investor. So all of these things, I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, okay, he's a nice guy, I'm definitely going to have a motor, and maybe in the future we're going to do some business. That was my main objective, really, because I knew he was a rock solid guy, very, very successful, and I wanted to do some business with him. And me not knocking him on the price, just literally shaking his hand saying, deal done, let's have it, was a really positive thing, because I texted him yesterday or 2 days ago to say, still haven't received the logbook, and so hopefully, because I wanted to put my private plate on there, so hopefully the logbook will turn up tomorrow, Monday. But when I made contact, he said, look Nick, are you around next week to meet me at my property? Because he wants to add a basement under the footprint of his home. Bingo. So there you go. You know, so off the back of me purchasing this vehicle, I may have a project in Fulham which would be worth roughly £500,000 to £600,000 for a basement which is going under the footprint of his home. Right, just have a little look. Temperature is going up a bit. My heated seat is warming up nicely. I'm just indicating to get onto the A3 heading into Portsmouth. Hopefully the audio is okay. Temperature raising, it's not halfway yet, it's about a quarter of the way. We're going into, I keep losing track what gear I'm in. I'm in 6th gear at the moment, and we're going 60 miles an hour at 2,000 revs. It's alright, I don't really want to go any faster, because I don't want to put any pressure on this engine, even though it's had a complete refurb. Just want to make sure the old bill flying by. But yeah, I don't want to put any pressure on the engine. I want to, you know, it's not a car to get on the motorway and go 70, 80, 90. It's just a cruiser, and it looks amazing. And it's funny, when other Defender or Land Rover owners drive by you, they always give you the or thumbs up or flash you. And I had a family pull up next to me yesterday in a Defender 110. It was a proper farmyard wagon, and it was like mum and dad in the front, 3 kids in the back, and they were like all eyeballing me as if, what is this, pimp mobile? So I like gave him a little wave. You know, you do get the looks in this motor, I must admit. Right, temperature halfway. We got any warmth yet? full on, heat full on. Still no bloody heat coming in, you know. It's weird, isn't it? Is it weird? Let me know in the comments, because I need to know. Do I need to take this in to get it looked at, or is it kind of okay? Is it normal? So we've been driving now for 10 minutes. We're halfway. Getting a little bit warm, not even hot yet. My seat is lovely and cozy, which is good. It is very, very cold today, and they said there's going to be the jet stream is pushing a load of cold air over from America, because they're suffering a lot of them at the moment. I think even Donald Trump's inauguration is going inside because it's too cold. Yeah, so yeah, still halfway. In last week £40 of diesel. It did give me half a tank. I drove it Saturday and Sunday maybe for a few hours, just cruising around the little villages. This is brilliant in the country lanes. I absolutely love it. You know, it's quite narrow, isn't it? It's high narrow. And I went for a little drive yesterday up lanes I've never been up. Obviously not in my Taycan, and not even in my missus's Range Rover Sport, because they're quite narrow and you don't know if something comes the other way, you're stuffed. But on this, it doesn't matter. You can go up in the bushes and get around obstacles fairly easy. So I love it. This afternoon, after I've been to the gym and my missus has gone to her gym, we are going to take Binky, our cockapoo, in the motor to the Queen Elizabeth Country Park, and we're going to drive in there, and we're going to drive up to the top, park up, and we're going to go for a little wander. So the Mrs. Jeffries hasn't been in the motor yet. She hasn't even sat in there. She's not really interested. She thinks I'm nuts buying it. I've told her it's an investment. Hopefully it is. I do not want to lose money. I'm fed up of losing money on cars. Obviously, I've had a few Teslas. They've literally bottomed out. The Porsche Taycan, I bought that kind of 6 months ago for 50 grand. I've done 15,000 miles extra now, so that's probably worth 40. But I love that car. It's great for my journeys to London and back every day. The performance is amazing. It looks amazing, and I don't really think they're going to lose too much money now. Now I have heard via a YouTube car blogger that they may even stop making these Porsche Taycans and new Electricans, because the sales has literally dropped by 50%. I can see why, because they're too much money to buy in the first place, and you can't just rely on the business owner to lease purchase it through the business, to take the massive hit, and then 3 years later the cars go back on the market for 50% less. It's nuts, isn't it? And that would never happen with a second-hand 911. It just wouldn't happen. You lose maybe 5, 6, 7% a year, if that. And if you buy a classic 993, they're just going to go up, aren't they? Even the 996s starting to go up. At last, update. Heating is working. So it's still showing at half up the gauge. We've been driving for 15 minutes and now we've got hot air coming out. Now, is that normal? Tell me, because I don't know if it's normal, but it's taken 15 minutes to get the temperature up. My bum is on fire, so I'm turning the bloody heated seats off now. And we're coming up to Port Solar very shortly. So listen, hope you like this vlog. I'm going to do more of these unedited vlogs because do you know what, it's so much easier just putting the camera on and talking a bit and then literally uploading to YouTube. Simple. So if you like what you hear, if you want to know any more about my Defender, let me know. If you want to talk to me or discuss the Taycan, let me know. If you want to talk about the design and build, what we do in London, let me know. I'm up for a chat. Please look at all my past videos. I've been doing this for coming up 4-5 years and it's really hard to get traction. Maybe I'm boring, maybe I'm too old, maybe I'm not getting the titles right, maybe, I don't know, but I'm still going. But anyway, have a great Sunday, have a great weekend, catch you soon, ciao.